Hello adventurers, it's Syrian here with a look at the Gems of War 7.5 update, United We Stand, where we're going to have a look at alliances and the citadels they control. There are 5 alliances represented by the 5 banners here. That's 5 alliances for the whole game, so each alliance is going to have a lot of players in it. That makes them quite different to guilds, which is good. They're a completely separate thing. You don't need to be in the same alliance as your guildmates at all. Now, if we select the Alliance button at the bottom of the screen, you can see an overview of your current alliance. This includes your rank, more on that in a minute, and the citadels you're going to be competing for in a list on the right. 1 citadel in each region. Take note, that's going to be important. You'll also see your perks, which include a PvP buff for any alliances that do not own citadels. So even if you're in a smaller alliance, you still get something good in all PvP modes. Now, let's leave this alliance and we'll have a look at how you join one. If you see a green pip on the Alliance button, it means you should join one. Choose any alliance. As I mentioned, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be joining the Dark Order myself because that's where all game designers belong. But if you'd like a little lore, you can read some on this screen if you select the Info button at the bottom. When you join your very first alliance, you'll receive 10 free loyalty. It'll help determine your rank. You earn 1 loyalty for every day you're a member of an alliance, but you lose it all if you leave. Now, let's talk a little more about ranks. Once you've chosen your alliance, you can progress through these ranks, earning better daily perks, gold and silver marks, as you go. This requires VP and loyalty. The VP is seasonal. Currently, we're in Season 0, but when Season 1 starts, in version 8.0, this will reset, so you can climb through those ranks each season. And don't worry, there will be a way to carry over some progress between seasons. So, why are we forming alliances? To dominate the PvP citadels, of course. You know those citadels you've seen in the PvP regions? In 7.5, we're going to be fighting over them. But first, let's take a look inside one of the citadels. Central Spire. Just select the region. The citadel is the large castle in the middle. Select it, and you'll be in the Citadel menu. There are a few things to see here. The Citadel Guardian, the banner of the alliance who own this citadel, and the results of the last battle. You'll see a locked option at the top too, Citadel War. When the citadel is vulnerable, that will be unlocked. Let's talk about that now. If you see a region with crossed swords, like the Bay of Stars here, that means its citadel is vulnerable. Alliances can fight over that citadel to gain control of it for the next week, and I'll explain why that's a good thing in a moment. Your alliance will need the most citadel points to win, so how do you get them? Well, you get 6 battles per day, and for each of those battles, you'll be able to choose an enemy, like a regular PvP battle, and they'll be worth some citadel points, as well as the usual rewards. Every 5th battle will be a Citadel Guardian, not a PvP opponent. As you can see, they're worth a lot more citadel points, 25 in this case. They also give a unique talisman when you beat them, the Swift Talisman. Here is a Citadel Guardian in battle. They have some nice spells and traits. Can't collect them just yet though. We'll have some more info to come on that in the 8.0 update video. So what happens once your alliance has won a citadel? Voting! On the last day of the week before reset, you'll be able to vote on the next week's team restrictions and special gems for that region. The higher your rank in the alliance, the more your votes are worth, so don't miss out. Central Spire, because it has no restrictions, doesn't get a vote. It will just give some extra gold marks to its alliance instead. Just select your preferred team restriction and heroic gem from the 2 lists and press confirm. After you've submitted your vote, you'll be able to see how the vote is progressing. That's not all though. The day after an alliance wins, its members will get the chance to earn a special regional bonus worth gold marks in that region. And that's covered the most important elements of Gems of War 7.5. You can read more details about alliances, citadels, and citadel wars in the patch notes, along with a number of other quality of life features we've added. But for now, I'm heading out to sharpen my axe, so I'm ready for you all in 7.5. See you at the Citadel gates.
Right, so alliances are here, so let's go over some of that and see if we can digest some of that. That was another load of information to take in about this game. No doubt that when you play it, it will become second nature, but as it says there are current technical difficulties which may affect the update releasing on Nintendo Switch. We are awaiting confirmation and will announce if the release will be delayed for Switch, so bear that in mind. But alliances are a new system. Players can join them and participate in Citadel wars to take control of citadels. Players can choose their alliance independent of their guild. This allows players in a guild to be in different alliances. There are 5 alliances for players to choose from: the Bright Empire, the Enchanted Grove, the Dark Order, the Wild Horde, and the Golden Forge. All alliances are identical apart from their name and shields, so it does not matter which one you join. Each day a player is in an alliance, they will receive +1 loyalty for that alliance. When they join their very first alliance, you'll be given 10 days loyalty as a gift. This is only the first alliance they join. Any alliance a player may join after that will not give this perk, so you can only get that once. So that's relevant to know. If a player decides to leave their alliance, they will lose 25% of their total VP. Their weekly VP will not be affected, and their current loyalty and their current alliance rank. Joining a new alliance will recalculate the player's rank based on total VP and loyalty, which will be 0 days unless it's your very first alliance. To aid alliances who don't own 2 or more citadels, their alliance members will gain a skill point buff in all PvP battles, Citadel and Quick Battle. Not Citadel's own is a plus 20% skill point bonus, +1 Citadel owned equals a 10% skill point bonus. And there's an Alliance Leaderboard tab in the Alliance menu, which will display the top 100 performers in your alliance based on the number of Citadel points earned for the week. See Citadel points, which is coming up. So this all seems like another load of information to have to digest on this game, but as I said, no doubt when you play it all becomes relevant in time, no doubt. Alliance ranks. Players need to earn victory points in a season and loyalty in an alliance to advance up the alliance ranks. There are 18 alliance ranks, 9 legionary ranks, and 9 officer ranks. I suppose this is going to be a bit like brackets in Guild Wars, I suppose. All alliances use the same rank names, and the higher the rank, the more VP and loyalty required. So that is good. Starting at Legionary 6, the 4th lowest rank, players will earn daily rewards from their alliance, silver, and eventually gold marks, and daily rewards will increase as players earn higher ranks within their alliance. Changing alliance, resetting your player's rank will stop any daily rewards from being earned until you reach Legionary 6 in the new alliance. Alliance chat. When a player joins an alliance, they will gain access to the alliance's chat. Alliance chat will contain system messages intended to notify alliance members when a citadel is vulnerable, when the alliance wins or loses a citadel, when a citadel's voting is available, etc. Players need to be rank Centurion 5 or higher to write into chat. This is to prevent malicious chat spam. If a player leaves their alliance, they will lose access to the alliance chat. Now about citadels. The central location in the regions is now available for players. Citadels. All regions have a citadel in a central location of the region menu. 1 to 2 citadels will become vulnerable once a week from daily reset, excluding Wednesday and Sunday. Vulnerable citadels can be fought over by alliances in Citadel wars. Blood frenzy will never occur in any region that has a vulnerable citadel. Players will be able to see when a citadel will be vulnerable from their Alliance overview menu. Players will also be able to jump directly to a citadel from this menu as well. Citadel Wars. This sounds interesting. Citadel Wars only last for 1 day. Players get 6 Citadel sigils per day to spend in a battle. There is no version of the Valraven or Valhawk for Citadel sigils, and players can purchase more Citadel sigils in the Citadel bundle, which contains 6 more Citadel sigils. This bundle can only be purchased 3 times per day. Purchased. I'm presuming they mean real money, not resources in the game like gems and stuff. We'll have to see about that. Sigils are capped at 6 when they regenerate. If there are more than 6 sigils though, none are lost. Citadel Wars contain PvP battles and battles against the Citadel's Guardian. Similar to quick battle, players will have 3 opponents to choose between. When you fight players in a Citadel battle, you will not encounter any players from your alliance. Each battle will give Citadel points, CP, from completing them. PvP battles will be worth 10% of the final VP earned from a battle, minus any boost from victory talismans, i.e., for example, you can't inflate your CP by using victory talismans. That makes sense. The first Citadel Guardian is worth 25 CP. After defeating 4 PvP battles, players will then face off with the Citadel Guardian. This is like the most complicated world event of all time. As players complete battles, the battles will increase in difficulty, both the player opponents and the Citadel Guardians. Yeah, that's kind of the way the world event normally works. So if you've been put off by this, don't be. This is one of them things that when you play it, it is going to be 10 times more obvious than actually looking over this huge set of what seems like rules and the way it works. Enemy stats will increase by 10% after the first battle and be worth a plus 2 CP more per battle. Citadel Guardians will increase by plus 50 levels and be worth plus 25 CP more battle. After defeating the Citadel Guardian, players can play through another 4 battles to gain access to the Citadel Guardian again if they have the sigils to do so. There will be 4 Citadel Guardians available when Citadel Wars launches, but we may add another. We may add more in the future. Citadel Guardians will not be collectible at this time. Hopefully they will be in the future, because I quite look at that one in the video. Citadel Guardians will only appear in their set region, so players will always encounter the same Guardian when fighting in a region. At daily reset, players can no longer play Citadel battles in that region, and the winning alliance is decided. Citadel War rewards. There are 2 types of rewards that can be earned in Citadel Wars. Player rewards. Players can earn additional rewards from participating in Citadel Wars on top of their regular rewards for PvP battles. Alliance rewards. As well as being able to vote on the following week's restrictions and heroic gem in the region, alliances also get an extra reward for winning a Citadel war. Player reward details. After winning the 3rd PvP battle, players will receive 5 gold marks. After winning against the Citadel Guardian, players will receive 2 Swift talismans and 10 gold marks. These player rewards can be earned each time players run through the 5 battles. So that's a pretty good way of getting some nice gold marks there by the sound of things. The Swift Talisman is a new one that will give the Swift trait to all allied troops in the battle. It can only be earned from defeating a Citadel Guardian. Alliance reward details. When an alliance wins a Citadel war, they will receive a special version of the region bonus for that region, and that will give gold marks instead of silver marks for the next 24 hours after winning the Citadel. That's actually quite a big deal, that bit. Let's go over that a bit again. When an alliance wins a Citadel war, they will receive a special version of the region bonus for that region that will give gold marks instead of silver marks for the next 24 hours after winning the Citadel. That is actually really important. That's kind of like the bonus XP for winning the Guild Wars of the Day thing. It is, or was, current at the time, so that is actually really good, that part there. This special region bonus can only be earned once per week. Yep, same as the Guild Wars thing, but that was like once a month. The amount of gold marks will be scaled based on the size of the alliance when they win the Citadel. Players must be Alliance rank Legionary 8 or higher to be able to claim this reward to prevent players jumping into winning alliance to try and earn this perk each day. Yeah, that makes sense. Citadel voting. On daily reset every Sunday, if an alliance owned a Citadel, they were able to vote for restrictions and heroic gems to randomly drop in that region for the next week. Citadel voting lasts for 24 hours. Players need to have an alliance loyalty of at least 10 days to be able to participate in Citadel voting. So you have to be in an alliance for at least 10 days to be able to vote. It's fair enough. Can't have people coming in one day and getting a vote on something they don't really know or care about, or just to mess things up. This is to prevent players hopping between alliances trying to influence region voting. Yeah. Players can cast their votes choosing one of 3 different restrictions and one of 3 different heroic gems. After voting, players will then see the current voting results. The winning restrictions and heroic gems will then appear in the upcoming week's battles in that region. Right, so that is the main part of that, and there's some other stuff as well in this update. We've got Legend Reborn improvements. This is pretty important. We have made a few improvements to Legends Reborn events. Hopefully the skip button, meaning skip, not having to press skip and skip and skip again and skip, stop, you know the way it goes. Right, pain. Players will only have to play through the Kingdom's Quest once, rather than 5 times over the duration of the event. That's pretty good. It did get a bit samey, it has to be said. Players will still receive enough copies of the quest pet to upgrade it to Mythic. Good. They will also now receive a bonus amount of the event's collectible currency. Legends Reborn will now be a 1-week event, similar to the Mist of Scales event back in February. We have added a 2-day grace period after the event ends, so players who are playing close to the end of the event will have a chance to collect or purchase any tier rewards they have unlocked. That's a bit like the shop in certain holiday events being available for a week after the events ended. And we have added new pips to the Legends Reborn button on the world map on the games menu. When players have rewards that can be collected on purchased, these pips will be visible. We have updated the menu to a single menu, not split over 2 menus as it was previous, which reflects the changes mentioned above. We have updated the collectible currency icons for the events to make them easier to see in battles. We are reviewing the tier rewards and we'll have some changes coming in the next events, similar to some of the changes we tried in the Mist of Scales Legends Reborn event. A couple of new achievements. Part of the club, join an alliance and you are victorious. Defeat 10 Citadel Guardians. Right, so yeah, and some general stuff there. I'll just leave that on the screen so you can have a read of that if you fancy it. Just pause it and have a read of that. And some bug fixes there, a little couple of bug fixes. What are these? We have fixed an issue where text in the adventure board pop-up was misaligned. How about the bug where we keep on getting the exclamation marks when we've actually done stuff? That'd be good. We have fixed an issue where placeholder text would sometimes display on the initial loading screen, and we have fixed an assortment of smaller issues, but left the bigger issues. But there it is. There's the update. It's quite interesting, I think. There's a lot to digest there. I'm going to have to watch that video myself a few times, have a little reread of that a few times, I think, to completely absorb what is exactly going on with all that. It's a lot to take in there on update 7.5. But there's a video, 7.5 update, United We Stand. Let me know what you think about this latest update in the comments. It's another load of information to absorb in Gems of War, but I'm sure when we start playing it, it will be absolutely fine. But thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.